Welcome to this presentation on business documents for administrative assistants. We will cover document editing tips, business letters, reports, how to document sources, press releases, tables, and legal documents such as grammalogs, codicils to a will, agreements and contracts, notary public forms, and proxies. Working with documents makes up much of what an executive assistant and an administrative assistant does, so let's get started with learning more about this type of work. Editing tips. As you work with documents throughout your career, here are some ideas about how best to write and to edit them, and how to practice good business writing. 1. Use language that is simple and clear. 2. Be a good editor by cutting words that you do not absolutely need. 3. Keep the reader's needs in mind. 4. Keep action items clear. 5. Use plain English. 6. Use standard grammar, spelling, and punctuation. 7. Use active verbs instead of passive verbs. And 8. Look up grammar rules if you are not sure. Active verbs make business writing clear and easy to read. The first sentence uses an active verb. The second sentence uses a passive one. Tom led the discussion. That's an active verb. The discussion was led by Tom. That is an example of a passive verb. Using a reference book on writing can help, as can websites that explain grammar rules. The Chicago Manual of Style is a reference book that can also help. Here is a checklist that you can use. Be sure to edit for grammar, spelling, punctuation, accuracy, and style. Business letters. The business letter remains an important form of communication today. Business letters are more formal than email as a form of correspondence. As this is an important part of the work of an administrative assistant, let's look more closely at business letters. Types of business letters can include appointment information, acknowledgments, congratulations, follow-up, invitations, personal letters, and also personal service or hospitality thank yous. Now, the parts of a business letter include the date line, reference line, mailing notations such as a confidential if they apply, inside address, attention line, salutation, subject line, message, complimentary close, signature block, identifying initials of the typist, enclosure notation, copy notation, postscript. Here's an example of a formal letter. As you can see, there is the address, the date, and the correspondence information. Reports. An administrative assistant can be asked to create a variety of reports. Types of reports include formal reports, letter reports, memorandum reports, and short reports. The parts of a formal report can include a report cover, the title page, letter of authorization, letter of transmittal, forward or preface, acknowledgments, table of contents, list of tables, list of figures, synopsis, report body, and also endnotes or footnotes. If you search the internet for a specific type of report, examples can come up that will be a great idea to start with. Documenting sources of information. Acknowledgement of the work of others is a must in the workplace. Acknowledgements let the reader judge the quality of the source and also look up reference to the source. Ways to document a source are an informal parenthetical reference, footnotes, endnotes, or bibliographies. You can find report templates in the Microsoft Word and other online sources. These templates can be a big help as you prepare reports for your work. Press releases. When you write a press release, make it factual, informative, and interesting. The format should be 1. At the top, place the contact information with the name, address, phone number, and email. 2. Include the words press release and for immediate release, or for release and the date. 3. Start with the main idea. 4. Follow with major details related to the main idea. 5. Type more at the bottom of the first page if it is more than 1 page long. And 6. At the conclusion, type either 5 number signs in a row, or dash in dash, or end in parentheses. Searching the web for examples of a press release can also give you a good idea about your own press release and how to format it. Tables. Organizing information in a table format can be an effective presentation. You can use Microsoft Word to do this. Here's one way to create a table. 1. Determine the number of row and columns. 2. Put a header in the top row. 3. Put information into the header in the top row. And 4. Add rows and columns as needed. There are many variations of color and shading that you can use to enhance the readability of your tables. Experiment with traditional and conservative approaches to see what works best for your business environment. Legal documents. Here are some examples of the kinds of legal documents you could prepare in your work. Grammalogs. If you work on legal documentation, you should know that a grammalog is a shortcut for full expressions used. You can use this shorthand for these kind of legal phrases. Time is of the essence. Writ of habeas corpus. Denied certiorari. Codicils to a will. If you are making changes or additions to a will, you will do this with a codicil. It must be dated, formally executed, signed, witnessed, and probated. Notary public forms. If you work in a small office, you may be the one responsible for being a notary public. Proxies. A proxy is a way of providing power of attorney to a person from another person. The person who gets the power of attorney can vote for the granting person. This can be at a meeting, and you may work on providing these proxies to the parties involved. Agreements and contracts. When you create agreements and contracts, you state the obligation of each party. In summary, in this video training module, we have covered document editing tips, business letters, reports, how to document sources, press releases, tables, and different legal documents such as grammalogs, codicils to a will, agreements and contracts, notary public forms, and proxies. We hope you found the information on these subjects of value and wish you good luck in your future work as administrative assistant or executive assistant.